Hello, future biologists. Welcome to an exciting journey into how our Earth sustains life. Today, we are diving deep into the nitrogen cycle, a crucial process that keeps our planet thriving. We'll explore its amazing stages: fixation, nitrification, assimilation, ammonification, and denitrification. Whether you're just starting or looking to master this topic, we have content tailored for every level: easy, medium, hard, and hardest. Get ready to uncover the secrets of nitrogen. Ready to unlock the first layer of the nitrogen cycle? Let's start with the basics and understand why nitrogen is so vital. Nitrogen is like the secret ingredient for life. It makes up about 78% of the air we breathe, but plants and animals can't use it directly from the atmosphere. It's essential for building proteins, DNA, and other vital molecules. The nitrogen cycle is nature's way of converting atmospheric nitrogen into forms that living things can use and then returning it to the atmosphere. Think of it as Earth's recycling system for nitrogen. So, how does this cycle work? It involves 5 main steps. First, nitrogen fixation converts atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. Then, nitrification changes ammonia into nitrites and nitrates, which plants can absorb. Assimilation is when plants use these nitrates to make their own proteins. When plants and animals die, ammonification breaks down their organic nitrogen into ammonia. Finally, denitrification converts nitrates back into atmospheric nitrogen, completing the loop. It's a continuous, vital process. Time to test your understanding of the basics. Think about what you've learned. What is the primary form of nitrogen in the atmosphere? Why is nitrogen important for living organisms? And can you name 2 main steps of the nitrogen cycle? Now that you've got the basics, let's dive a little deeper into the fascinating world of the nitrogen cycle. Ready to explore more? The nitrogen cycle is a true marvel of nature, driven by tiny microorganisms. Nitrogen fixation, the first critical step, isn't just one process. It can be atmospheric, like lightning converting nitrogen gas, or industrial, through processes like the Haber-Bosch. But most importantly, it's biological, carried out by bacteria like Rhizobium in plant roots. These bacteria are like nature's tiny chemical factories, making nitrogen usable for life. Following fixation, nitrification is a 2-step process. First, Nitrosomonas bacteria convert ammonia into nitrites. Then, Nitrobacter bacteria further convert nitrites into nitrates, which are the main form plants can absorb. Plants then assimilate these nitrates into their tissues. When organisms die, decomposers perform ammonification, returning nitrogen to the soil as ammonia. Finally, denitrification by bacteria like Pseudomonas under anaerobic conditions converts nitrates back to nitrogen gas, completing the cycle. Human activities significantly impact this delicate balance. Excessive use of nitrogen fertilizers can lead to runoff, causing eutrophication in water bodies, where algal blooms deplete oxygen and harm aquatic life. Burning fossil fuels also releases nitrogen oxides, contributing to air pollution and acid rain. Understanding these impacts is crucial for maintaining ecological health and ensuring sustainable practices for our planet. Let's challenge your knowledge a bit more. Can you explain the difference between nitrogen fixation and assimilation? Name 2 types of bacteria involved in nitrification. What is eutrophication and how is it related to the nitrogen cycle? Think carefully about these questions. Alright, it's time to elevate our understanding. Let's analyze the intricate mechanisms and deeper connections within the nitrogen cycle. The nitrogen cycle is a cornerstone biogeochemical cycle, intimately linked with energy flow and matter cycling. Nitrogen fixation, for instance, isn't just about bacteria, it requires significant energy. Biological fixation catalyzed by the nitrogenase enzyme complex, is highly energy-intensive, consuming ATP. This process fundamentally transforms inert atmospheric N2 into reactive nitrogen, making it available for biosynthesis, thereby driving primary productivity in ecosystems. Let's compare the key players. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria, like Rhizobium, Symbiotic, and Azotobacter, free-living, poses the nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrifying bacteria, such as Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter, are chemoautotrophs, gaining energy by oxidizing nitrogen compounds. Denitrifying bacteria, like Pseudomonas and Bacillus, thrive in anaerobic conditions, using nitrates as electron acceptors. Each group plays a specialized role, ensuring the continuous flow and transformation of nitrogen throughout the environment. Connecting this to broader ecological theories, nitrogen is often a limiting nutrient, meaning its availability dictates primary production in many ecosystems. The cycle's efficiency directly impacts food web dynamics. Environmentally, an imbalance in the nitrogen cycle leads to critical issues. Eutrophication, caused by excess nitrogen runoff, devastates aquatic habitats. Nitrogen oxides, from denitrification and fossil fuel combustion, contribute to acid rain and greenhouse gas emissions, altering atmospheric chemistry and climate. Now for some harder questions. Explain the energy requirements for biological nitrogen fixation. Differentiate between symbiotic and free-living nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Describe the role of anaerobic conditions in denitrification. How does the nitrogen cycle interact with the carbon cycle? Discuss two major environmental consequences of human-induced changes to the nitrogen cycle. What are chemoautotrophs, and which bacteria in the nitrogen cycle are examples? And lastly, explain why nitrogen is considered a limiting nutrient. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll dissect the nitrogen cycle with competitive depth, exploring its global impact, engineering marvels, and complex molecular details. Prepare to think like a scientist. Historically, nitrogen scarcity limited agricultural productivity until the early 20th century. The development of the Haber-Bosch process by Fritz Haber and Carl Bosch revolutionized food production by industrially fixing atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. This monumental achievement, while feeding billions, also marked a significant anthropogenic alteration of the global nitrogen cycle. The process itself is an engineering feat, operating under extreme temperatures and pressures, and consuming substantial energy, primarily from fossil fuels. Delving into biological nitrogen fixation, the nitrogenase enzyme complex is at its core. This remarkable metalloenzyme, composed of two proteins, Fe protein and Mauve protein, catalyzes the reduction of N2 to NH3. It's highly sensitive to oxygen, necessitating protective mechanisms in aerobic organisms. Electron transfer from ferredoxin, coupled with ATP hydrolysis, provides the energy for this complex 6-electron reduction. Understanding its intricate mechanism is key to potentially engineering nitrogen fixation into non-leguminous crops. The nitrogen cascade describes the sequential impacts of a single atom of reactive nitrogen as it moves through the environment. For example, ammonia from fertilizers can volatilize and contribute to particulate matter in the atmosphere, then deposit as acid rain, leading to soil acidification, then leach into water bodies causing eutrophication, and finally undergo denitrification to N2O, a potent greenhouse gas. This chain of transformations highlights the interconnectedness of environmental compartments and the far-reaching consequences of anthropogenic nitrogen inputs impacting air quality, water quality, biodiversity, and climate change. The global nitrogen budget now shows human inputs rivaling natural fixation, creating an imbalance with profound implications. Sustainable management strategies are crucial. These include precision agriculture, which optimizes fertilizer application to minimize runoff, crop rotation with legumes to naturally enrich soil nitrogen, and developing enhanced efficiency fertilizers that release nitrogen slowly. Bioremediation techniques, using specific microorganisms to remove excess nitrogen from wastewater, also offer promising solutions to mitigate the environmental legacy of our nitrogen footprint. Time for the first set of competitive questions. Describe the historical significance and engineering challenges of the Haber-Bosch process. Explain the molecular mechanism of the nitrogenase enzyme, specifically detailing its components and energy requirements. What is the nitrogen cascade, and how does it illustrate the interconnectedness of environmental issues? Discuss how agricultural practices contribute to the global nitrogen budget imbalance. And finally, propose and justify 2 sustainable strategies for managing reactive nitrogen in agricultural systems. Here are the remaining questions to truly test your mastery. How do oxygen sensitivity and protective mechanisms impact biological nitrogen fixation in aerobic organisms? Differentiate between dissimilatory and assimilatory nitrate reduction in the context of the nitrogen cycle. Explain the role of denitrification in mitigating the effects of eutrophication and what limits its effectiveness. Discuss the potential for genetic engineering to enhance nitrogen fixation in non-leguminous crops. How do climate change and increasing atmospheric CO2 levels potentially influence the rates and pathways of the nitrogen cycle? And lastly, analyze the trade-offs between increasing agricultural yield through synthetic nitrogen fertilizers and the associated environmental costs. And that concludes our deep dive into the nitrogen cycle. What an incredible journey, from the basics to advanced concepts. We hope you've gained a comprehensive understanding of this vital process. To continue your learning adventure and explore more fascinating topics in biology, physics, chemistry, and math, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more engaging educational content. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep questioning the world around you. See you in the next lesson.